Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gavin Ellis S. Malala. I'm a student at Iris Cavite campus. I'm taking up a Master's of Arts in Education, major in Management and Supervision. And our discussion today is all about planning by approach. In this discussion, we will concentrate in two approaches, and we will learn two approaches of planning. For your introduction, considerable changes are taking place in management and especially in school setup. So these changes are made by the DepEd and CHED because it is in school setup. Curriculum switched from RBEC to K to 12, that's from DepEd, and now with the upcoming Matatag curriculum, which enhances the K to 10 grade levels. The plan of DepEd to change K to 10 grade levels curriculum is due to their analyzation and criticism of the previous curriculum. It needs to be enhanced. Though grades 11 to 12 have no problems, that's why they didn't included grades 11 to 12. So they will just enhance K to 10 grade levels. And also as a management and supervision majors, we must be capable of adapting to these changes. Because in the future, maybe we will become principal leaders or department heads. We should be capable of adapting to these curriculum changes made by the Department of Education or CHED. In this discussion again, we will concentrate in two approaches, reactive and proactive planning approaches. Okay. First, let's discuss proactive. When we say proactive management, it's a leadership style that emphasizes strategic planning and risk management rather than taking a reactive approach to situations and daily goals. So later, we will discuss also reactive approach. But this time, let's first discuss proactive. So it emphasizes in strategic planning and risk management. When we say strategic planning, we plan ahead of time. What are the risks? We predict what are the problems we may encounter in a daily basis or in our daily goals. Proactive management involves acting with foresight and calculated risk. That's why being proactive have a readiness approach when it comes to management. So here are some examples of proactive management. First, we can notice a safety concern in the workplace and we can alert employees before an accident could happen. Okay, as a principal or as a leader, we could take rounds, we could roam around the school facilities and check for future accidents or some some equipments that are already damaged before the school time. Okay. Next, we can think ahead about management decisions to anticipate benefits for the subordinates. Uh, being said that, We just need to be careful. We don't want to compromise the workplace, even though we want to our subordinates or our co-teachers or our uh, teachers to benefit from our decisions. We don't need to compromise the workplace. For example, we want them to have a more easier tasks. We could tell them to store their PowerPoint presentations in a Google Drive so that uh, the next teacher in the future that will handle their subjects will have already the lecture materials already. And also about their schedules, we could give them same loads of subjects for for the same grade levels. For example, when they are teaching math, we could give them math subjects in grade 4 only or grade 7 only. So that will benefit them with the schedule and will ease their workload. Next, we could go to work early. It is not for the company, it is not for the employer, but rather for us to be ready at work so that our mind is already ready for what's coming up, for what situations will be coming. We could check our workplace if it's clean or neat. We could check our lecture materials if they are complete. So that afterwards, when we are teaching or we are at the workplace, we don't panic at all. So going up early or going to work early, it's not for the benefit of the company or the school. It is for our benefit also. Because panicking and gives us stress. We don't want to be stressed while at work. Okay. Also, we have to do extracurricular work to increase chances of getting a promotion. Being proactive is also thinking of our future success. If we do a lot of work, do take credits for our own work, we could increase our chance of getting the promotion that we have. From teacher one, after 3 years, we could be promoted up to teacher two, and after 10 years, maybe if we graduated with this course, MAED, we could get higher promotion into to getting a um, master teacher position like that, or even a principal. Okay, that's proactive, thinking of our future success. And while at work, don't be shy. We could ask our uppers. For example, if you are a teacher one, you could ask your master teacher for advice on how to complete a task. Even if you're a leader, you don't have to do all the tasks. You could seek help from your subordinate, from your teachers, from your head teachers. If you're a principal, you could seek help from them. If you're a master teacher, you could seek help from your teachers. You don't need to do all of the work. Even you're at the upper level position, you could seek help from your subordinates. Okay, any reaction with the proactive? If there's none, we could proceed with the reactive approach. Being reactive is being in a situation in which you can't or don't plan ahead for problems or opportunities. You don't plan ahead. Instead, you react to them as they happen. As a result, you're always step behind. That's a reactive management. You don't know what will happen because you don't know anything at all before it happened. You have no plan for that day. That's a reactive management. But not all reactive approach are always negative. Okay, here's why. We will discuss that further. We look at reactive management in more detail and we'll see why it happens. Example of reactive management are as follows. Okay, if this is happening at your classroom, students are already in their gadgets, you should make a clear statement about sudden behaviors within your classroom because you're in a reactive approach. You don't apprehend them in the beginning. When that happens, if you didn't apprehend them from or you didn't tell them to avoid using their gadgets at first, they will use it already. So if they are doing this already, you should make a statement about that. You can make a feedback. You can give a feedback to them that using gadget during class hours is not good at all for them because they will miss the class. They will fail the subject like that. So if take a look at this picture below. All the students are listening already. You could give them good feedback, a positive feedback so that they will be encouraged more. That's reactive management inside the class. Also, when you are the leader already, you could praise your subordinates who are behaving or performing well as a form of encouragement. So not all reactive approaches are negative. It could be positive like this. If you forget to tell them that they should do hard work or do their job, but you can see them already doing their job, you could praise them. You could give them positive comments, or you could compliment them and that will encourage them to continue their work. That's a reactive approach. And this is the most important part. If the problem or crisis happens or is happening, you should come up with a solution to that problem, even you did not expect that to occur. For example, in PE class, accidents happen. Someone is injured. You should come up with a decision to get the injured person to the clinic. Don't panic. Okay, you should come up with a solution to a problem. For example, some teachers are not passing their paperwork, but today is the deadline. You should come up to a solution to give them a statement about the deadline. That today is the deadline, they should finish their paperwork already. So that will solve the problem before the day ends. That's a reactive approach. Let's move on into differentiating proactive and reactive approach. In this part, we will see the difference between proactive and reactive. In proactive, we prevent crisis before it happens. Okay? That's proactive. And in reactive response, we respond to crisis that is already happening now because we have no plan ahead of time in a reactive approach. That's why we just have to respond correctly. The next one, in proactive approach, we plan in advance. We are always one step forward. While in a reactive approach, we are one step behind because of lack of planning. And last one, proactive management is always ready for the expected problem. Everything is expected to happen. That's why proactive management is always ready. While in reactive, no readiness, but there's a solution in every occurrence of the problem. If the problem occurs in a reactive approach, make sure that you can come up with a solution. That's the difference between proactive and reactive. As a summary, according to some sources, proactive management styles are generally better than reactive ones, as they can help prevent problems, reduce stress, improve communication, and increase productivity. However, some situations may require reactive approach, such as when unforeseen events occur or when quick decisions are needed. Do you agree to this? Because I agree. And as your reporter, for recommendations, the reporter recommends that being proactive is an approach that enables a leader to step forward to achieving his goals. However, at times of unexpected calamity, an unplanned decision might seem stressful, but being reactive will find its way to solving the crisis at present. Always be mindful of your decisions and don't panic. OMG, like that. Don't panic. Okay. And that's all. Thank you for listening. If there are questions or comments, just um send your comments in the stream. Okay. Thank you. And goodbye.